My name's Aaron Stapleton. I'm with the Alzheimer Association here in Greater Cincinnati, and we service over 180,000 people here in Greater Cincinnati tri-state. I like to start off by just kind of feeling out the room and seeing who here knows what Alzheimer's is, Alzheimer's or dementia. And how many of you guys have heard about the Alzheimer Association before today? Great, great. Has anybody attended one of our 5 functions over the years? No. Okay, so I have something to do. Before this, I was sweating because I was worried that you guys knew everything, and I was just going to stand up here and tell you what we do. So every 66 seconds. Oh, great. There we go. Okay. Every 66 seconds, someone is diagnosed with Alzheimer's. So by the time that I'm finished with this, probably around 5 people are going to be diagnosed, which is extremely scary. And what I think is even more scary is that 5.5 million people in the United States are diagnosed currently, but by the time my daughter becomes my age, that number is going to almost triple. As you can tell by the graphs behind me, Alzheimer's is the only one of these very known diagnoses that is increasing in death rate. Actually, Alzheimer's kills more individuals than breast and prostate cancer combined. And as you can see from the other graph, Alzheimer's gets the least amount of research funding. So this is something that we work very hard at the Alzheimer Association to increase our funding and knowledge so that way we can hopefully come up with a cure or prevention. The total cost to the U.S. each year is $259 billion. That is a lot of money that people like you and I are putting into this disease, that we're caregiving, that we're trying to find a cure, but most of this is reactive and not proactive. And what we're trying to do here is change that. As you can tell from the slide behind me, the New England Journal of Medicine even said that this is the most costly disease in the country. And $150 billion is spent on Medicaid and Medicare, where if you can barely see it down there, $566 million is spent on research. Now that was back in 2014, and I will say that we've come a long way in the past 5 years. We have actually increased that by triple to where we're now at 1.4 billion. But that sliver is still very small compared to the 150 billion. We're only at 1%. So we need to increase awareness and funding for this disease so we can ultimately prevent it. One of the things that I like to do is ask people, what is Alzheimer's? What is dementia? And I just did a presentation at a local grade school, and one of the little boys said, it's whenever you forget your keys, right? And this tends to be a common misconception and kind of a laughing point, right, for Alzheimer's. I forgot my keys. I must be getting Alzheimer's. And so it's not the fact that we're forgetting our keys. It's the fact that we can't retrace our steps to remember where it is, where we put those or why we put them there. So it's very important that these 10 warning signs that we know what it is to look for in our loved ones in case someone is showing signs of Alzheimer's or dementia. There are 15.4 million caregivers, so almost 3 times as many caregivers as those that have the disease. And this is something that conflicts people. They have to sometimes leave their jobs or go to part-time. They have to figure out how to care for their loved one. So this is a disease that affects a lot of individuals, and it's something that is affecting our overall nation and how we operate. The Greater Cincinnati chapter actually covers 27 counties, but we are a national organization. So as you can tell here, we have a 24/7 helpline, and that